I'm drawing every single player in Splatoon 3 that splats me.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Well, let's get started. Alright, and our first one is done. However, this will be the last time a drawing was going to be this easy, because from now on, I will be paying a visit to William. But more on that later. Now, there are 6 unique objectives that will trigger a William spin, and Timlin unknowingly got the first one, which was awarded to the first person who splatted me using their special weapon. And now, my chat has no idea what these objectives are, and it's going to be up to them to figure it out on their own. I will say this, Timlin, you are now disqualified. In a good way, I swear. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm bald here, perhaps you should subscribe to the channel and watch my most recent videos in order to get caught up. However, for the post-production of this video, I am finally free from being bald for over a month. Anyways, let's move on. Going into the second match, I did end up getting splatted by someone else's special, but since we already checked it off the list, this splat does not count. However, just a few minutes later, this one did. Oh! We have somebody new who is disqualified! Jazz Tracy! Congratulations on your DQ, which meant that it was now time to go see William. Now, William here is gonna spin 3 randomizer wheels to determine the following: how much time I get on the next drawing, what expression I must draw, and if there's a special condition attached to it. Now, these special conditions include wonderful things like drawing with my non-dominant hand, drawing without an eraser, or even draw with my foot. Yeah, I'm really not trying to land on that last one. Be kind to us. Let's see how much time I have to draw this next drawing. Okay, 25 minutes. That's good. What emotion I'm gonna be drawing here? Okay, we've got Sleepy. And this is the one I'm most worried about. I have a 50% chance of landing on normal and 50% chance of landing on something else that's probably gonna make me scream. Here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1, go. All things considered, this first option wasn't too terrible. It was a little weird to get used to the Switch tablet, especially because I had to do it docked. I could not do it in handheld mode, which is the, obvious way you're supposed to do this. But after a little while, I was able to piece together something, and I'm pretty happy with how this one came out at the very end. Moving on to match 3, our next objective was hit near immediately. I didn't even see that, dude! That's not fair! I gotta say, somebody was DQ'd that round. And that player was... Pickle Fizz, you are DQ'd, congratulations. Okay, 15 minutes. All right. Normal, thank goodness. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, for this next one, I wanted to kind of do like a thinking emoji, but I very quickly realized that, I wasn't sure what the hand and elbow looked like from this angle, because one of the things I was doing for this challenge was I wasn't allowing myself to use any type of body references. I could reference the character in the photo, how the hand and the arm looked. I had to really think about that myself, and it was a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? I'm not even that mad. I did my best, and this is exactly why it's okay to use references. By this point, my chat was beginning to piece together some semblance of what each objective could mean. However, unlike you guys at home right now, while this stream was taking place, I did not tell my chat what each objective meant once someone had cleared the goal, which is why by the end of the next match, this is what I had to say. I will say for these next 3, they're not as straightforward as the icon. After this, I had actually gotten an idea to add one final objective to chat's challenge list. But little did I know just how much turmoil adding one tiny little CJ would be. 4 more people who can be DQ'd. We continued to play a couple more matches until it finally happened again. I can confirm that there was a DQ that match, and it goes to Hilda. Lesbian was DQ'd. Congratulations. Finally broke the order. Okay. All right, what we got? That is rough. All right, it could be worse. 3, 2, 1, go! Right, so 5 minutes is not a lot of time to do anything. So I just kind of decided at the very beginning, I was like, all right, do some Scribble Knots action here because it was a struggle bus, but you know what? I swear to you guys, I am trying my best with these drawings, but these limitations are only gonna get worse. Having to draw this with my foot, dude, don't think I forgot about that. You know, I'm not trying to do that, dude, but that was always a possibility. So I went into all of these drawings just scared for my life anytime I had to roll William. At this point, chat had cleared over half the objectives, and again, I had still yet to tell them what any of this means. Because of this, chat took it upon themselves to start tracking what each DQ'd person did for that match, which then led them to their common denominator. All of these objectives had to include splatting me in some type of way. Now, chat was completely stumped on what this rank symbol meant. No one was guessing it correctly, but even so, someone did accidentally end up getting it. There was a DQ among us! Ty was DQ'd! Yeah, chat, I feel like that really stumped y'all. And you know what? Just for funsies, I'm not gonna tell you what it is for a little while either. See if you can figure it out for yourself. Okay. Okay! I have an idea, but it's going to depend on if this can be a normal drawing or not. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah! No! No! I'm now holding my drawing kit in my teeth. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oh, this is so bad. This is awful. Oh, actually, that's the way to look at that. Like, control G. Although this wasn't drawing with my foot, drawing with my teeth wasn't any better, dude. The way that I ended up doing this was I held the stylus sideways. Because I tried to do it when I was just kind of like holding it like a, I don't know, like a buck-tooth chicken, but that did not work out. And so I just started holding it sideways and I had to hold up my tablet and it was just very, very uncomfortable. And I don't really know what was happening with the beak here, dude. I promise you I was trying my best, but it just ended up being like an elephant snoot. So this one was honestly the hardest one to do. Again, I had to hold the stylus in my mouth, and at one point I dropped it on the ground, and I was very upset about that because I had to go clean it off because I did not want to, you know, put that back in my mouth after it had been on the floor, so I had to take a little bit to go clean it. But I very quickly realized that I could not do very detailed anything, so I decided to kind of just blob it out and do my best that way. Another thing that I kind of didn't expect was how much fatigue this caused me. Like, here I am trying to draw like a knife, but it's really not working. But at this, the longer this went on, the more and more exhausted I became because like my jaw was starting to hurt, my back was kind of starting to hurt a little bit. And I was just like, listen, I was determined to push through this. Okay, I gotten this far, but yeah, I did not expect this to be so physically draining, and because it was so physically draining, it ended up being very mentally draining as well. All right, time. This one was brutal, dude. I'm exhausted. There were now only 2 objectives remaining on this list, and they were by far the hardest ones to guess. Well, I would say one of them you could definitely figure out without a hint, but the other one, you would have to be like inside my cranium to get that one without a hint. There was a DQ that round, and the person who DQ'd was me! Chat is just in a perpetual state of confusion. Yeah, so this one was a red herring of sorts. Listen, I put it there in the funny off chance that I would end up splatting myself, and well... And while I'm at it, this was awarded to the first person to splat me while their team was in possession of the objective, which in this case was the splat zone. All right, come on, please. Yeah! Let's go! Woo! Now, since this one was me, you would think that I would feel really jazzed about having to draw myself, but honestly, after the one where I had to draw with my teeth, I was Done. For this one did have a little special rule where I was able to use some references there. But yeah, I was just like really tired. By this point, I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. I just want to get this over with. I'll be real, like I really wasn't happy with any of these lines, and I was like, oh wait, I have to make myself look annoyed. How do I make an annoyed face? And I very quickly realized that I didn't know how to make a annoyed face because my brain was so fried after that teeth drawing. It's really funny because this is the one where I could use references, but like I kind of just forgot about it. I very quickly realized that this does not look like I'm annoyed. I look like I'm an old like fart. I don't know. You guys tell me. Chat had finally arrived at the last objective that wasn't even supposed to be a part of this original roster. However, people kept splatting me, but no one was able to achieve the reward, and it was by this point that I decided to start giving out hints. See if you can figure it out before chat does, yeah? Chat, here's your hint. A monkey see, monkey do. If it doesn't happen this round, I will keep giving you guys more and more hints until somebody finally gets it. Interesting screen load out there, chat. Interesting. I think you guys are visual learners. That's your second hint. Alrighty, chat. I do believe we have a verdict. Nobody DQ'd that round! Womp womp womp. You have unlocked a new hint. Well, I just gave you a new hint. Unfortunately, it seemed like the more hints I gave, the more and more confused chat became. Multiple people kept splatting me, but no one was splatting me in the correct way. Chat, guess what? I have exciting news to share, chat. No one was DQ'd. With failure after failure, chat was kind of starting to crash out. Yes, you guys can ask me a question and I will tell you guys yes or no. Do we have to reference your outfit in any way? Yes, that is part of it. Do we have to squid party? No, that is not part of it. Is the special choice important? Yes, it is. Is the sub choice important? Yes, that is part of it. Is the banner choice important? Yes, it is. Can I be reimbursed for emotional trauma? No, you may not. I don't know what else to say without blatantly stating it. Oh my god. Let's see if this is the one, chat. All right, chat. So, something really interesting happened. Nobody got DQ'd. Chat, this is a cry for help. Can we know who isn't far away? Ooh. Yeah, I'll tell you. I am not far away. Chat, I answered the question. I did. That was actually a massive hint. Don't look at me like that. We might have got cooked that round. What? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if we get cooked or not. Because guess what, chat? Finally. It's been so long since I've said it, but finally, nobody DQ'd that round. Womp, 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 womp. Chaticus, please, spill the beans, CJ. Chat, I've told you so many hints. Can we pay you to tell us? Chat, you can't bribe me. We've gone this far. We're committed to the bid, chat. Whoever is the CJ Walker person in the room who isn't CJ, I think is the closest. Yes, they are. Oh my lord, chat. You have to get it after this. You have to. Alrighty. Well, chat, another day, another dollar. To answer the question, someone finally completed the final requirement. You had to look exactly like me and also match my splash tag. Let's see. 10 minutes, excited, full body. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, for this very last one, I'm still worn out from the teeth drawing from a while ago. So you know what? I was just like, you know what? We ball. I'm gonna do my best. And all of these, I have been doing my best. So this one, I kept going back and forth between the reference because I very quickly realized that I don't know what the captain hat looks like, dude. Like, I've never drawn that shape before, so I just kind of had to wing it, keeping it very, very simple. That's basically what I had to do at this point. And yeah, that was it for the entire challenge. You know, even though I wasn't the greatest, I was still very happy with what I did, and I think there's a lot of joy to be had with that. But overall, it was a pretty fun challenge. I don't know, maybe I'll do it again in the future.